What's up, YouTube? Okay, this one is about how to quit smoking cigarettes. Okay, one second. Okay, yeah. So this video is about how to quit smoking cigarettes, and I know because I quit smoking cigarettes. And so you know, I quit smoking cigarettes. Oh crap! Like 7 years ago. I quit smoking on a New Year's Eve. So it'd be like 9, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25. It'd be 7 years and like 11 months ago. Almost 8 years without cigarettes, okay? So I know what the, excuse me, I know what the heck I'm talking about, all right? So listen, there's two ways that I know how to quit smoking cigarettes. Two really effective ways, okay? Two. One of them is really common, and I'll leave that for the end. The first one I'll mention is my own little way that I came up with, which is also kind of common sensey. I'm pretty sure a bunch of other people came up with the exact same way. Okay, this is what I did. I'm gonna tell you about it. So I quit smoking weed. I mean cigarettes. Um, my way. All right. So look, what I did was I figured out how many cigarettes I'll smoke in a day. For you, let's just use the easy number, 15. Let's say you smoke 15 cigarettes a day, okay? Just because it's an easy number. You might smoke 20, you might smoke 10, you might smoke 5, whatever, okay? Let's say if you smoke 15 hours a day. Now, let's assume that you sleep, just for this video's sake, let's assume you sleep 9 hours a day, which is how much you averagely should, and that you are awake for the rest of the time. So that's 15 hours of awakeness. There's 24 hours in a day, subtract 9, that's 15. Okay? So then it's like kind of like you smoke one cigarette an hour. Okay? You look at it like that. You might smoke more, you might smoke less, whatever, but just for this video, we'll go with that math. Apply it to yourself how you need to. So what I did was I figured, all right, if I'm smoking 15 cigarettes a day, basically, I figured out how many I was smoking. Okay, let's just say you did that and it came to 15 just for now. I figured out that I was smoking 15 cigarettes a day. So what I did was I made this happen. I'm gonna carry a pen and a paper in my pocket at all freaking times. I put the paper in my wallet and I kept the pen attached to like my pants pocket. It had like a clip on it. I just put it in there and I was like, it's not leaving my pocket. It's gonna stay with me. Okay? And what I did was I would keep a tally of how many cigarettes I smoked, okay? And I wouldn't go past that number 15. And so I did that for like the first day, for like, let's just say like I did it for, I didn't even change the amount of cigarettes I smoked, but I wouldn't go more than 15 in a day for like, say, the first 3 days, okay? So for days 1, 2, and 3, I kept it the same. I figure, okay, I smoke 15 cigarettes a day. I'll smoke 15 cigarettes. I won't change that. I'll smoke 15 cigarettes for the next 3 days, but I'll be organized about it. So, and I'll make sure that I don't smoke 16 or any more than 15, 17, nothing, just 15 only in these next 3 days. So I'm gonna, be like under control with it. So when I smoke my first cigarette when I wake up, I'll write one, like a tally. You just write lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you cross it out, whatever. I actually didn't do the crossing out thing. I just will write one, just ones. Okay, I smoke one, and I'll put the time sometimes too. So let's say you do that too. You write the time. So you woke up, whatever, you got dressed, you took a shower, now you're smoking, and then you ate breakfast. Now you're gonna smoke a cigarette. Smoke one cigarette, okay? And then what I started doing, I started to be conservative and to make sure I don't go over. I would smoke half a cigarette a lot of the time. So I'll smoke a half of one, I'll put it out, and then I'll put it back in the pack. So I'm like, okay, I smoked 1.5 so far. And the next time I feel like having a cigarette instead of smoking a whole one, I'll smoke that half. So now I've only smoked 2 cigarettes so far in this day. I'll go the next 3 days with just keeping it 15. Hey, if the night ends and I only smoke 12, I'm not going to smoke 3 just to catch up with myself. I just, okay, fine, cool. I went by with 12 today then, or whatever. Go to bed. And then what I started doing was I started lowering that dosage every day, little by little. So, okay, let's say on the fourth day, I'm going to smoke 14 today. So I'm going to redo how you know, whatever. I would organize it. Okay, if I'm awake for this many hours, I woke up at this time, I'm trying to go to bed this time. That means I can't smoke you know, more than one cigarette every, like, I can't smoke more than one cigarette every, like, hour and 10 minutes or something. So if it's been an hour, so if I smoke one at 12 p.m., I can't smoke one at 1. I can smoke at 110. Okay, so you just keep organized, and then just go down and down and down and down and down. Just keep going down. I'll smoke 14, smoke 13, smoke 12. You know, as days go on, try 14 for 2 days, try 13 for 2 days, try 12 for 2 days. You know, just keep going down. I did it all the way to the point where I was smoking like 4 cigarettes a day. You know, at that point, I already felt like I could just kick the habit, but I stuck with it. You know, I don't know how long it took me to get there, but I was like, okay, now I'm only smoking like 3 cigarettes a day. I'll keep track, you know. I wouldn't even smoke one right when I woke up anymore. I wouldn't even feel like I needed one. You know, this is like maybe, I don't know, a couple weeks later or something. I'll smoke one, right, keep a tally, you know. I won't really feel like having one every hour anymore or whatever it was. And then I'll smoke another one. You know, I would, a lot of times I'll put it out, even more than just twice putting it out. Like I'll smoke a couple hits, put it out. Later on, I feel like smoking a cigarette. Instead of smoking a full cigarette, I just smoke a few hits just to get that feeling right here. You know, you want to get that hit. So I'll just get that feeling out of the way. I'll be like, okay, I feel like smoking a cigarette. So smoke a couple more hits out of that cigarette, put it out again, put it back in my pack. Do it again, you know, until the cigarette, and I'm like, oh, you know, it's like 3 p.m. and all I had was one cigarette, you know, all the way down to the point where you're smoking like one a day. And then you could just get it out of the way, you know, and then you improvise from there. I'm like, okay, I'm smoking one a day. What do I do now? You know, let's smoke a half of one, maybe a third of one, until it's just finally out of the way. Okay, that's how I quit. That's how I quit, and then I finally quit on a New Year's Eve. Another thing, yeah, okay, that's how I quit. Now, New Year's Eves are magical. I'm not telling you to wait till New Year's Eve, but boy, are they magical. You could seriously kick a habit on a New Year's Eve. Okay, you make a big deal about it. You plan. You tell everyone you know. I'm gonna quit this on this day, whatever it is, cussing or whatever. I quit cussing too. Um, whatever it is, you know, just quit. New Year's Eves are special, man. They are freaking special. But don't wait till New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is gonna be like in a couple of months now. But suppose you watch this video like in February. Don't be like, oh, I'm gonna quit like 11 months from now. Yeah, you don't need a New Year's Eve. I know someone that quit on like a Tuesday, and he's telling me, you know how everyone always plans to quit on a Monday? I quit on a Tuesday. He started laughing. He was like, I quit on, and someone else told me the same thing. I quit on like a Wednesday. So you don't need no Mondays to start it off special or anything. Start the day fresh on a Monday. Quit on a Monday. Start the week right. Nope. Don't wait till then. But you know, in case it is near, suppose it's tomorrow, just you know, run with it. Anyway, the other way that I know of that's super effective, and you know, you might have not even considered it before, even though it's like a really like obvious in your face way to quit. Nicotine patches, man. Go up on YouTube. There's probably a bunch of people praising how they quit from nicotine patches. Okay, someone I know who was smoking like a pack a day, and even before that was smoking more, something like a pack and a half a day, smoking, right? Went on and smoked like that for years, man, years and years and years. Like this person didn't know life without cigarettes, could not remember what it was like without a cigarette, you know? Since they can remember, they've been smoking cigarettes, you know? It's like the age of 15, forever, dude. Anyway, this person never wanted to quit either. But anyway, one day, I bought them. It's someone in my life I care very much about. I bought them. I got the store brand nicotine patches. Um, all the nicotine patches work the same. They all are the exact same way. It's a program. It's a system. Okay. There's 3 different grades of nicotine patches, and it's so cool. 3 different grades of nicotine patches. Okay. And you start with step 1. There's step 1, 2, and 3. I bought the store brand. It works exactly like the Nicoderm or Nicoderm CQ, like those big brands. The big brands are like a little bit more, probably even worth it. But just so you know, I know someone that quit on the store brand version, and it's really cheap. It's like a pack of, it doesn't even, the whole thing, the step 1, 2, and 3, all you need, all 3 steps are probably less than a carton, are definitely less than a carton of cigarettes. You will definitely spend at least this in a couple of days of smoking, okay? So it's worth it. And if you think to yourself that that is a lot of money, because it's not, but just suppose the situation you're in, it is a lot of money, look at it like this. Your health is worth way more than a few bucks today, okay? And it's, by the way, it's not, I'm telling you. Like, I think step 1 is like 15 bucks, store brand. Okay? So anyway, you stay on step 1 for like, I think it's like 2 months, and you stay on step 2 for like 2 months, and you stay on step 3 for like 2 months, something like that. You have to read the package. Maybe it's like, and then the whole thing winds up being like a 6 month program. Maybe it's a little bit less. I forgot. You know, maybe it's like a 4 month program or like a 3 month program. I forgot. But basically, you just follow the steps. It's like, okay, you take step 1, which is has the most nicotine in it. It's for this. It's for someone who smokes, you know, at least like, you know, 10 to 35, 40, whatever, anywhere from 10 cigarettes to like for a crazy amount of cigarettes. Maybe you should read it. Maybe it'll tell you if you only smoke this many cigarettes, and you don't need step 1, you start with step 2. See, step 1 has the most nicotine, step 2 has a smaller amount of nicotine, and step 3 has the smallest amount of nicotine. And even the patches are different sizes. So step 1 is a patch that's like, I don't know, like that big or something. And then step 2 is like that big, and then step 3 is like a cute little one. So, and dude, this person did not have one fiend for a cigarette. And this person would smoke a cigarette like every 15 minutes, seriously. And this person would rip the butt of the cigarette off because this person needed a strong everything. Imagine that, like the most addicted, like as it gets, like the most addicted grade of addict or whatever, so, to smoking. You know, one of those. And this person, since day 1, put the patch on the arm, did not feel like smoking. By the way, consult the doctor, or you don't have to consult the doctor. Read the, well, if you have, read the box. It might say if you have certain issues with like certain things, like certain health conditions, probably shouldn't take this. You know, but you know, just read it. I don't know if it does or not. I doubt it, but I do know it's not safe to smoke while you have it. I think you can it can send you to the ER. That's for sure. If you smoke a cigarette while you have a patch on your arm, you can send you to ER. And read the box. It even says after taking off the patch, you got to wait a certain amount of time before you can, because they put a lot of nicotine. That patch puts a lot of nicotine in your system, so you can't do like both. That'd be too much. It'd be overwhelming. So anyway, yeah, you go with step 1. I think you buy the box step 1, and that box that you buy is good enough for the amount of time that you need to take step 1. You just do 1 patch per day. And yeah, and then it's freaking awesome, dude. You just follow those steps. I don't even need to say anything. You just follow the steps, and then you quit, and you're done. You quit cigarettes like that. I know someone that did that, and this person has not smoked in like almost 2 years now. And I know another person that quit with Chantix, but I don't recommend that. And this person was the same way, exact same thing, been smoking forever, never wanted to quit for the fun of it, said, I'll just try Chantix. Went to the doctor, said, hey, I want to quit smoking cigarettes. You got anything you prescribe me? And they said, yeah, there's this drug called Chantix. We'll prescribe it to you. Prescribe it to him. He quit smoking the day he started taking that thing. He didn't even wasn't like, oh, I need to quit. He just, for the fun of it, tried it. I mean, hasn't smoked a cigarette in like 4 years. And, or anything. Hasn't smoked anything. He quit. But I don't recommend that. If you watch the commercials for Chantix, at the end they throw in all these side effects that could go along with it, like, oh, they say all this stuff like could cause suicidal thoughts, like you may want to attempt suicide, just like crazy stuff. And I think for a while, yeah, for like less than a year, they took Chantix off the market. I think like something, I don't know, but it was available. Then all of a sudden it wasn't available, and then like less than a year later it was available again. Gotta be a reason for that. So I wouldn't take that. I would go either the way I told you, the first one, or nicotine patches. Nicotine patches will definitely do the trick. There's no thinking to it. There's no willpower to it. There's nothing. Take yourself down to the nearest drugstore. I guarantee you they have them there. We went to this local drugstore. They had them right there. We got the store brand one. You don't need a prescription. It's over the counter. However, if you do have any sort of if you do have like health insurance, they will probably pay for part of it. But don't wait. Who cares? Spend the $15. It's like $15. Like, you know what I mean? And you don't need to go. The doctor visit will cost whatever. You know, the hassle you take to go to the doctor be more than what it costs for this cigarette. So just go get the freaking patches, bro. Quit. And just so you know, I don't need to tell you this. You already know. Smoking cigarettes is something that you don't want in your life anymore. No one should ever be proud of smoking cigarettes. Unless you're like a freaking 13-year-old kid and you've been smoking cigarettes for like 1 week. You're like, ooh, I look so cool when I smoke, you know, whatever. But any sane person, anyone who's freaking got a mature mind is going to admit, like, yeah, if I could, I would, but I just can't, you know, or they're just so hard. Um, Sorry, I don't have to tell you this. You already know that I don't need to motivate you to want to quit smoking cigarettes. You should already really want that out of your life. Let me ask you this: if I could wave a magic wand, if I could wave a magic wand and have you quit smoking cigarettes, would you? Probably would, right? Probably like, yeah. You'd probably even pay $500 to someone if they could wave that wand, you know? So, just do it. And another thing is, let me put this little perspective in your mind. People who smoke cigarettes are freaks, okay? And I don't mean that in a mean way. I mean it like this. Okay, a normal person just needs food, water, and sleep. Those three things. Food, water, and sleep. That's all you need to survive. Someone who smokes cigarettes, they need food, water, sleep, and cigarettes. In fact, they would probably, if they had to choose, probably choose cigarettes over all three of those things. They'd probably be seriously tired, but if they haven't had a cigarette for a few hours, they'd probably be staying awake, can't even sleep, looking for a cigarette, you know, literally bumming cigarettes off people off the street. And that term bum probably came from, you know, homeless people on the street because they beg. You'd be begging people like, please, excuse me, sir, do you have a cigarette? Like, you know what I mean? That's sad. And then food. I remember so many times choosing to smoke a cigarette over eating because the circumstances. Okay, I have $5 in my pocket. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna go eat? Or am I gonna go buy a pack of cigarettes? Now I choose a pack of cigarettes. And you lose so much weight too. You look. You know, it's not good weight loss. You look nasty. Okay, you look like you don't look like you've been. Yeah. Yeah. Water. You choose to smoke a. If someone said, okay, I got a bottle of water, I got a cigarette. What do you want? You'd probably choose a cigarette if you didn't have one on you and you hadn't smoked in a while, and you could be dying of thirst, like you'd be super thirsty and be like, you could be even complaining, oh my gosh, I can't wait till I get some water, and then someone says, I got a water, but I also got a cigarette. You can only have one. What do you want? As a freak, you're gonna choose the cigarette. Okay, so don't be a freak no more and quit. Okay, I don't need to tell you that it's bad. You already know that it's bad. And I can tell you that there is such thing as quitting, and I've done it. It's not impossible, and I can tell you from my experience, I feel great. I don't know anyone that ever quits anything, quits any drugs, or quits cigarettes, and then complains about it. Oh, I totally wish I wouldn't have quit. What a freaking. This sucks. Oh crap! I gotta go. Bye, dude.